This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by Vcast Mobile TV, exclusively from Verizon Wireless, GoDaddy.com,
and Chewy's Chupacabra Shack, where a Wookiee makes food for chupacabras. Yeah. That's actually good food. Chupacabra.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
All right, moving on. Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
You put zombie and you put eerie in the title, and I don't want to do it. Diggnation.com.
Hello everybody, welcome to Diggnation episode number 99, or 9 Van Noof Balloons. I am Alex Albrecht.
I'm Kevin Rose. Diggnation covers some of the weekly top stories on the social news website, dig.com. That's D-I...
Flies everywhere.
There are flies everywhere, double-G.com.
It's like flies on patrol.
I don't know what the hell's going on. There are tons of flies.
But that's all right.
But they're not like your standard housefly.
Flip flies?
They're more of the...
giant horsefly?
Fruit. No, they're kind of fruit.
That's a fruit.
No, that was a gnat.
That was a gnat.
I don't know. Anyway, there's flies in San Francisco.
And we are drinking beers. We are drinking genuine beers, none of those artificial beers we've been drinking before,
Right.
Which is the Budweiser King of Beer. What do you think, Kevin?
We decided to go with the 16 ounce, which makes it a little bit easier once you get through a couple of them. You know, I'm not a huge fan. This reminds me of baseball games, though, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, well, there's also a baseball player on the bottle, so it might just be that. And this is also a can.
I went to the Giants game the other day. $9 a beer.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I love to go watch baseball games.
It's so much fun.
Like, I would never watch a baseball game on TV. You know what I mean? It's like that thing where you're just like...
So, sports-wise...
Football.
Football for sure.
And you know what? It's actually really fun to watch, but I never seek it out, is rugby.
Rugby.
Rugby's really fun to watch.
Oh, dude. Well, how about the ultimate, shit, where it's like...
Ultimate Fighter, of course.
Not Ultimate Fighter, the ones where they, hang on bars and they have to, lift up big balls of sand. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, World's Strongest Man competition.
That, and there's another one, too, that was all in Japanese, and it was on YouTube. It was awesome, though, Joe. You know what I'm talking about?
They do crazy stuff, and Maximum Exposure or whatever, Maximum
Where they
Extreme.
spray them with, hairspray, and then they make them run this gauntlet, and they can't get shit stuck on them. There's crazy stuff.
That's weird.
It's cool.
I don't know if that's really a sporting event for America, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, where are we, Kevin?
San Francisco, my apartment.
Yep. Did you want to tell people about your new roommate?
Yeah, I picked up, I went down to the pound, and I picked up a cat. And now there's a lot of guys out there that don't like cats. You like cats.
I like cats.
I wasn't the biggest cat fan, but I can't really have a dog here. And they're like, I want to get something just to kind of chill around the house. This is a total lap cat. I'm surprised. Well, she's kind of scared because she was abused and stuff with a lot of people. There's 4 people over here right now, so she's not used to it.
But she may pop up.
She might come out later. We'll see.
She's super cute. She's like this weird, black...
Calico.
Yes.
Multicolored.
Multipass. Lilu Dallas Multipass. Here we go. First story. The Pirates Bay to launch YouTube. 2,163 people dug the story, submitted by Elizabeth Mule. There have been rumors about the Pirates Bay launching a stream video site. And those rumors were trumors, to coin another phrase from my other show. The Pirates Bay is launching a YouTube competitor.
Yes.
This is unbelievable.
Why is it unbelievable?
It's awesome. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean,
all the times that somebody emails you a link from YouTube and it's Inhumanoids episode 20, and you're like, oh, this is great, and then you get there, this has been taken down for copyright.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Somebody's like, oh, dude, did you see the scene in the movie 300? Well, here, this is the movie 300 in Flash.
Well, how does, we were hearing about. Now, I was looking at, they're obviously going to have to use some type of BitTorrent technology, because I was looking at their server rack, and they have 20 servers or whatever.
Yeah.
And
the bandwidth got
remember when the report was that YouTube was spending $1 million a month in bandwidth fees at their heyday, and they were serving everything directly. So I'm assuming this is some type of kind of BitTorrent.com-ish.
Well, but think about it. One of the things that YouTube wasn't doing was they didn't have ads.
Right. So no, they have ads.
Now they do.
I'm sorry. They've always had ads. YouTube always has.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I thought they didn't have ads. I was like,
They're just
that's
small. You don't notice them. It's like on Dig. People are like, "You have ads?" And they're like, "Yeah, they're at the top." You don't see
Okay,
them.
well, that's not going to be a problem with Pirates Bay. It'll be
Right.
like every other line will be a giant banner ad.
Yeah, but the problem is it can't. I don't think it's really high CPM advertising. Because I think the people that are buying ads,
Well, you can't. Yeah.
on Pirate Bay, you're
on
not gonna
Pirate
see
Bay,
like
you're not gonna see
Microsoft
Sony
buying
and,
like
yeah. But I don't know. I kind of feel like, first of all, I hope it's not a BitTorrent. I mean, if it's
Well,
streaming Flash?
If it works, I mean, BitTorrent. If you've been to the new BitTorrent.com,
No.
because it,
You remember how I feel about BitTorrent? Everybody thinks it's amazing, and
Oh,
I've never
dude,
got
why
it to
don't
work
you-
fast enough, so I
You-
just think everybody's crazy.
you're a hater.
I'm
and-
not a hater. I think it's great. If all the things that happen to people who use BitTorrent and love it happened to me, I would love BitTorrent. But it's not true. It doesn't happen.
It
to me.
is true, and you just haven't got it working correctly. You gotta
I've
open up
got
the right
all my
ports.
fucking
You don't have the
ports
ports
are open.
open right.
My NAT is fucking wide open. My NAT's like a $10 hooker. That hole is bigger than it should be.
Dude, I haven't been to BitTorrent.com in a long time. It's
Well, you
really,
just said.
No, I haven't been here in a while though. They
But
have
now they have like you can purchase. shit.
24 is on here.
Well, you have to
and-
buy it.
Yeah, I know. This is why this sucks. Not because you
Yeah.
have to buy it, but because it's just.
No, but are you gonna put? I mean, how many places do you need to put your credit card?
Did you see what I just clicked on?
Something that went down.
Look at that link.
User/Fox/torrent/
Yeah, they have busted links right now.
Weird. Well,
Anyway.
anyway, I'm excited that a YouTube competitor is going to be launched that doesn't have any constrictions on copyright laws, which it does beg to say, well, then I mean, it's a little bit of like I'm building my industry on what I know is illegal. You know what I mean? It's a little bit like, oh, you're super successful. What do you do? Oh, I run blow from Mexico to
Right.
Cuba. You know what I mean? Like, there's not only so much you can be like, well, I made millions of dollars. Ripping off Sony and Warner Brothers and...
I don't know how I feel about this though. I'm not trying to take the high road. I'm just not sure. I know it's going to be in Flash, so it's not really a format that I'm going to be able to archive and keep forever.
No, but it's just like, what I'm saying is like...
If you want a quick, like you missed an
Yeah.
episode of Lost or something,
Right.
you want to catch up on
Right.
it, you don't have to worry
You don't
about
have to do anything,
BitTorrents.
right? You don't have to search anywhere.
I see
You
what
don't have to
you're
go
saying.
anywhere. You just go to this place.
I wonder if they're going to cut the ads out. Well, see, they're not giving the
no,
numbers.
they probably will. They probably will because
Yeah.
they'll probably just take the one that gets put up there at 10 minutes after it's over, compress it into Flash, and serve it up.
Oh, put the ads in, you say. They will put the
no,
ads in.
no. The ones that they put up on BitTorrents have the ads cut out.
Right.
So they'll just take the one that gets put
They are
up.
pirates after all.
Right, of course.
Right.
Bar, bar. So anyway, I'm
All right.
excited, but I'm also leery because it is breaking the law, breaking the law.
We'll see.
Breaking
I
the
mean,
law,
so far
breaking the
they have
law.
not been shut down. Well, they have like briefly,
12
and then they
times.
moved. Yeah, 12
They just
times.
keep going to different places. Weren't they going to buy
Different
like an
countries.
hole or something?
No, they were gonna buy some.
Yeah, barge or something.
Yeah,
that
some
was
like
oil rig.
new country oil rig thing.
Oil country.
It looked awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love to buy that thing.
Next story, Badoo.
Let's do it. That would be mine.
Yep.
I'm sitting here browsing
So how
around the
about you
stores.
do it?
Engadget knocks $4 billion off Apple market cap on bogus iPhone email. 2,653 people dug this story, submitted by Drez. This is really crazy.
Well, it's crazy to see how much one email spoofed can damage a company.
And it's crazy to think that, well, there was a lot of people didn't know whether this came from an actual inside of Apple or not. And it turns
Yeah.
out that I guess it did come from within inside Apple because they were tracking it down to the IP address.
Yeah.
But it turns out that that it was, they're thinking it was an ex-employee
Yeah.
that actually posted this. So
Which is actually illegal, by the way.
yes. Manipulating
Very
the stock
illegal.
market is
Yeah,
very illegal.
very illegal.
Yes. So it was kind of crazy. Basically, what happened is there was an email that went out that said the iPhone will be pushed back
And the new version of OS.
right from June to October, and Leopard is seeing a delay again. This time being pushed all the way back to January of 08.
Yeah.
So this went out. It looked legit. Engadget blogged about it, and
Yep.
obviously during stock trading hours, it caught on. And any type of pushback means a miss in estimates for their
Yep.
quarter of revenue. And the stock dropped from $107.89 a share to $103.42 within
In
6 minutes. So I mean that's not
Wow.
that huge of a dip, but I mean obviously this was it was $4 billion, so I guess it was a pretty big dip.
That's a pretty big dip.
Yeah,
That is not...
someone is going to
pretty big
prison.
dip. Well, once they figure, I mean, that was the thing, because I heard this actually on NPR, and they were saying that, a lot of people don't see what's theoretically wrong with this, because it's not like they sent this out to say everybody sell the stock. I mean, it wasn't directly for that
Right.
purpose, but I mean,
But
it was
because
but that's what happened. And I mean, the bottom line is you basically defrauded everybody that was Apple stock owners for $4 billion.
Well, and it's funny what I mean, just in the last couple of years, with like the invention of these services that allow for information to spread so quickly.
Yeah.
You know, it hits Engadget, it hits Dig, it hits Delicious, it hits, you know, Facebook, it hits all these other networks, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's in front of a couple million eyeballs in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
And you got all these people that are aware of the situation. They think it's true. They do these, you know. There's certain things that are triggered in sell-offs. You know, when something starts to dip.
Yeah.
Other, you know, like they can set in certain, you know, if the stock
Yeah, if it
ever
gets
dips
below
down
4,
more than
sell.
more than
Yeah.
2% in a day, then sell, and all of a sudden it creates this cascade effect, and they lost $4 billion. But the stock has recovered. As of this recording, it's almost $113 a share. Which is freaking awesome. I don't know if you've seen Apple stock in the last 3 months, but it's gone from like $92 a share to 113,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Dude, no, Apple stock has been solid. You know what I mean? Well, because they haven't really had any trip ups yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If
Like
the
most companies
iPhone-
have trip ups. Yeah, well, the iPhone's going to sell, whether it's the worst device in the world or
That is
not.
true. The initial
round
round of them
will
will
be-
sell out
yeah.
because everyone's like, it's cool for an MP3 player alone. You know, it's going to be.
Or they've just bought 50 of them pre-ordered.
Or you're
you know
like
what I mean?
me and you buy everything that has an Apple logo on it.
Right.
Which is sad, but true.
Right.
That's how the
Well, that's good. Very nice.
I think we're gonna do a system episode on revision 3 for the iPhone. I'm definitely going to camp out and wait in line. Dude, come on! You should come with me.
Yo,
We should camp out in front of one of the Apple stores.
what would we do? Just sing Kumbaya and talk about
You talk
Apple?
about Apple stuff. And you're like,
Dude,
"Yeah,
Apple's so great. Did you see the laptops look exactly the same as the other laptops? Yeah, it's
no."
awesome.
You talk about important things like, you know, when they're gonna put the new processors in the MacBooks. Well, they just did actually. So the MacBook Pros.
I'm
the next one
okay.
will be after.
I'm just going to say
All
I'm
right,
okay.
I'm gonna wait in line and I'm gonna
I'm
get one.
sure you will, and that's awesome.
So
But yeah, right. I mean, even if the Apple iPhone sucks, it's going to sell like hotcakes.
yeah.
But the next generation may not sell as well
Right.
because they're like, well, it actually
But
just sucked.
if it is kick-ass,
Sure.
that
they
means
like I said,
Apple's
they
a whole
haven't
other
had-
company again. They're a phone company that has, you know, so much more potential to sell, you know, a shit ton of phones. I mean,
Well,
the
but
mobile
one
market
phone-
is huge. Yeah, but Jobs was quoted, and this kind of flew under the radar. And I'm almost 100% this was him saying this. No, I did see this.
You remember the story we're talking about, right?
He was quoted as saying that he wanted to eventually see the iPhone down at the $99 price point, like they did with the
Well, no
iPods.
shit. Of course they do.
No, but I mean, can you imagine if they had that type of functionality in a $100 phone? Everyone's gonna have. Remember the Razr when it first came out was $400, the Motorola
Yeah.
Razr?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it's so cool. And now it's, you know, free with the
Right.
new contract.
Yeah.
If they can get it down to that price point, they're gonna, oh man, they'll rule.
Yeah, but by the time they can do that, there'll be other phones already at that price point. I'm
Yeah.
just saying they haven't yet tripped up. Lately,
Right.
they have not tripped up, and that's why the stock has gone so crazy. I'm not saying that they will. I'm not saying that I want them to.
Yeah.
Because the other thing I will say is, ATI kind of dropped out of the high-end graphics card market.
Did they?
Yeah. And NVIDIA has basically been sitting on their laurels. I literally, like 2 Mondays ago, just got updated drivers for my NVIDIA card for Vista. And the reason why they didn't like put out a better Vista driver was because why not? You're gonna buy a fucking NVIDIA card anyway. You know what I mean? If you have Vista and you want the highest end card, you're gonna buy the fucking card, whether the drivers suck or not. And what happened was ATI's
the drivers suck, though?
They did. ATI's one step down card beat the NVIDIA's higher end card in Vista because it had a better Vista driver.
Right. Drivers.
So
make no
then all of a
difference.
sudden it was like, oh wait, okay, here's the new NVIDIA driver.
Yeah, but-
Sorry, but I'm saying I want Apple to keep pushing the envelope because that means all the other big
Oh,
companies
absolutely.
need to step up their game.
It's only gonna make every
Yeah.
other cell phone company take it to the next level, which they haven't been doing.
So I may not like
right, but you're
Apple
happy
shit,
that it's happening.
But I'm glad that they're
Right.
there, and I don't begrudge anybody. I mean, you can use whatever the fucking piece of computer you want. You know
The
what I mean?
only big competitor I really see Apple going up against in the mobile phone market is RIM, Research in Motion, which puts out the Blackberries.
Yeah.
Because those new ones are hot. The freaking
Well,
Curve
Samsung
or
had the
whatever.
Blackjack.
Yeah, but that's Windows Mobile, and it's shitty, man. I've used it. I had it on my Palm, and it just doesn't work right, and it crashes all the time. and you
Wait,
try to get
you
the
had
sync
it on
with
your
your
Palm?
the Palm 700W.
Well, yeah, but it's a new. I mean, there's yes, but all
Anyway.
I'm saying is there are a lot of other.
Oh yeah, I
mobile
can't
phone
wait.
devices. Well, what
for-
about the LG, the one that looks exactly like the iPhone? That's going to be coming out pretty soon.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, it's the same sort of. You know what I mean? Like.
I'm excited to see what that looks like. There's Kitty. Oh, she ran.
All right, well, let's move on because we just talked a lot about that.
All right.
This is actually a story that we talked about on my other show, thetotallyrad.show.com. Hello. Or totallyrad.show.com, whichever, I can't remember. Starcraft 2, Blizzard's new game. 7,280 people dug the story, submitted by Goldfish in Pickle Jar.
Yes.
Link to Blizzard's site here for live updates of this convention. So, last Saturday, a week ago from when we released this show, Blizzard held their BlizzCon or whatever they call it in Korea, and they announced there were rumors of what they were going to announce.
Everyone knew it was StarCraft 2.
Well, they knew that it was going to have something to do with StarCraft, but a lot of people wanted it to be an MMO. I was desperately excited to have it be StarCraft the MMO.
Oh, this isn't an MMO.
Now what they announced was
Right.
StarCraft 2. The RTS,
Right.
You know
That's
what
I wanted. Yes.
That's what
you
a lot of
wanted
people
MMO?
wanted. Yeah, I don't play RTSs. They're stupid. I don't
Jesus.
enjoy them.
Who wants to run around as StarCraft characters and like cut down trees?
Me
Dude,
and Jeff.
That is so stupid.
It would be
Yeah,
awesome.
That's
First
what,
off, why would you be cutting down trees in fucking space? Well, you're in space.
you need to
you're
build
cutting-
houses.
That's what you're going to be doing.
What are you supposed to?
No,
How do you
that's
build a house? How do you build a house?
That's an RTS.
You can't
An
build a house.
RTS. An RTS is go to fucking the corner, mine. Your little guy's mining. You're building up a base.
You need to
you got
mine.
a little ship, and then you got a ship, and then other people come, and then they attack you, and you attack them back.
It's awesome. Well, you don't like those games.
I
You
don't.
don't like
That's what I
Command and
said.
Conquer. You haven't played them.
Right. I haven't seen the
Conquer's
new
awesome.
Thorium War or whatever.
It's
I
awesome.
saw
Tiberium Wars.
the Tiberium War.
Dude, World of Warcraft is awesome for what it is. Why would Blizzard need another World of
No,
Warcraft?
I know. That's exactly what they said. And then you'd be splitting your user base. People aren't going to be using blah, 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 blah. I just feel like this is not exciting to me. I mean, they could have come out and said, we have a new Tetris game for Xbox Live Arcade, and I would have been more excited than StarCraft 2. Because I will not play it.
Right.
Because I don't enjoy those games. Now, maybe I need to try one of those games now that they're sort of
You do.
updated and see if I like it.
You do need to try one because it's been far too long. When was the last time you played a real-time strategy game?
A while ago.
Well, what was it?
No,
And
you
don't
know
say
what?
like
The Lord of the
Battleship
Rings.
bullshit.
The Lord of the Rings one.
Oh, that was terrible.
I'm just saying.
The whole
It was Battleship.
You-
The board game Battleship was the last RTS I played. What do you mean don't tell me it was Battleship?
that would suck if that was the
I'd be like,
case.
you know, an RTS, like, you know, Battleship.
Command and Conquer was-
Shoots and Ladders.
Shoots and ladders is strategy.
I know.
Oh man, I love that game where you I don't know what it is.
Firewall on.
No, you have to like you make it.
Four?
You make up like you get a saying and you have to make up a word for it. And
Boulder
people are
Dash.
like, yes, Boulder Dash. That
Yeah,
shit's
it's good
fun.
times. Good times.
All right.
Anyway, so StarCraft 2, it's a big announcement. The game looks gorgeous. I will probably try it, especially if anybody from Blizzard is coming and wants to give us free review copies for me
Yes.
and Kevin, and then
Please.
also the other guys who do my other show that's about video games. That would be awesome, Blizzard. Oh, and thanks for the poster. We got a poster signed by the guys from World of Warcraft, the graphics people from World of Warcraft. It was cool.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna...
Can you see it in the
Can you
shot?
guys hear that? No, but you can hear it. Scratch, 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 scratch.
Oh, come up. Come on.
So this is now what you're gonna have to do with your couch. The couch that you love so much that you never
No,
want me vomiting.
it's
or
allowed
dropping
to
stuff on.
scratch, just not too much. Come on, don't do
right.
that. Shit.
Come on, moving on.
How do you reprimand a cat? You just say like, don't.
No,
Squirt guns?
hit it in
I
the
heard
face.
squirt guns inhumane though.
Hit it in the face.
No, you don't hit it in the face. All right.
Anyway, moving on.
All right. Next story. Oh, I am so happy we have this story.
Oh,
This is quite possibly one of the coolest stories we've had in a while. First Rambo 4 feature trailer. 2,405 people dug the story, submitted by Buddha1822. It's a full 3.5 minutes, and it goes through some of the backstory, and then in the last minute into the full R-rated ass-kicking fest with Rambo himself. If you were even slightly interested in Rambo 4, simply titled John Rambo, you'll want to watch this. Okay, we both watched this
Yes.
about 15 minutes ago.
Yes.
You hadn't seen it.
No, not yet.
I'm a huge Rambo fan. I must
was
admit,
as
I do
well.
have First Blood sitting on the shelf over there.
Yes,
and
I
if you
was.
ever want to have a good time, go to Best Buy, get First Blood, have some friends over, drink some beers,
Ooh.
and it's a fun kind of guys get together.
Yeah.
You watch people getting killed, and you all feel good about it.
Interesting.
You were there, Prager. Was Prager there?
I don't know.
I was so messed up. We were all.
He's like, Rambo! John Rambo!
It was pretty kick-ass. We got Indian food too. It was amazing. So,
That sounds like a real man party. We're gonna get Indian food, get fucked up, and watch Rambo.
dude.
I'm ready, excited.
All right. So, tell me what you thought about the trailer. First of all,
First of all, it's directed by Sylvester Stallone,
okay, which is great.
which is great. I was a little bit like, when I first heard the news, I was a little bit like, come on, I'm never gonna be able to buy, 75-year-old Sylvester Stallone as John Rambo.
I thought the same thing because I saw him in Rocky.
Bought it.
Purchased and checked
Purchased
out.
and checked out. Now, I will say, to say that this is a violent movie is like saying Beanie Babies are cute things. I don't know if that wasn't exactly what I wanted to say. That wasn't exactly what I wanted to say.
And that doesn't work because it
Basically,
is violent.
think of a better, saying it's violent is
like saying
kittens, I don't know.
okay.
It's a violent fucking movie. Like,
Right.
it is ridiculously violent. Like, the spray,
They
when they
needed
get
to do
shot
that.
at, like, pink, fleshy substance.
First of all, it starts off with Rambo hunting with his freaking bow.
Yes.
And there's something badass about watching Sylvester Stallone pull back his bow, like
Yeah.
old school Rambo styles, because you're
Yeah.
like, he was a kid when he did that. And he's buff as shit now. He's like
still buff.
Barry Bonds buff.
Yeah, he's big. He's
Like
big
he's
buff.
roided out. He got caught for some shit too.
Did he? I don't know. I
Dude,
didn't
he got
know.
caught for having human growth hormone going into Australia.
Nobody wants to go there in Australia with the human growth hormone.
You gotta kind of let him off the hook though.
Well, it's like Willie Nelson.
With
Willie
weed.
Nelson got pulled over, and he was like, the guy was like, do you have any illegal drugs in the car? And he was like, yeah, I'm Willie Nelson. And he pulls out his, like,
Bag of
10
weed.
joints.
Yeah.
He's like, of course I'm gonna have weed. That's sort of how I feel about Sylvester Stallone. It's like, do you have steroids on your person? It's like, yeah, I'm fucking Sylvester Stallone.
Right.
Think
There's
I
some
had-
people you gotta have to let that shit slide.
Yeah.
I know they're bad for you, and they cause
Testicle shrinkage,
They
it's
said
enough.
testicle shrinkage does happen, but I don't buy that.
I thought you were gonna be like, but my testicles haven't shrunk at all, and I've been using steroids
No,
for
do you
many
really
years.
think that's the case? Because I know that there's a lot of like.
Probably. Why would they lie and say
no,
that?
but they said a lot of shit. Like you've seen like those government videos where like if you smoke marijuana, you are going to die, and it's like that's not gonna happen.
Well, okay.
not-
First off, that was probably a long time ago. Secondly,
Well-
it's not like government is saying it; it's scientists are saying it. They're like, this is what it does. You increase
it-
the amount of testosterone in your body, and it removes it from where it needs to be, like your testes. Or ball sack, to use a scientific term,
Or sackage.
or Sacagawea.
So anyway, the movie looks awesome.
Movie looks awesome.
Cuts off a guy's head.
Good times.
Uh,
Dude, and then turns the fucking 50 cal machine gun to the guy
Like
who's
point
in the
blank.
car and just
and
shreds,
shreds him. Yeah.
There's a lot of shredding.
Anyway, they had to
actually-
go there because Rambo, if he's gonna be a badass, he just has to rip people into
Dude,
bits
rip
of
the guy's
flesh.
throat out.
Yes.
Awesome times.
Anyway, I'm excited about this. This will be a great movie to go see while you are drunk.
Why you are drunk may not be the reason, but you should also go see it.
Yes.
Next story.
What do we got?
Gmail doubles maximum attachment size to 20 megabytes. Doubling it. 3,722 people dug the story submitted by Drees. Drees?
Bruce.
Drees. Whatever. Email upgraded to the maximum attachment size from 10 megabytes to 20 megabytes. Gmail was quite forgiving, and you could send more. You could send more than 10 megabytes in some cases. Oh, but now it's possible to send at least 20 in one message.
That's
so
awesome.
basically, they said 10, but it was not a hard number. They were letting people through. The one thing that was very interesting about this, the actual article, was that it is good to note that a lot of mail servers have a maximum allowed incoming file size. So even though Gmail will let you send out 20 megabytes,
Right.
if you're using Yahoo, if you're
They'll
using,
bounce it, yeah.
They'll bounce it because it has to be under 10 to get to them.
So-
if it's Gmail to Gmail, you can pass 20 at least and possibly even more.
Email is just not the right
No,
protocol
it's- no.
for large file transfers between people.
No, never.
Yeah.
Although how much my Gmail account's actually, I just realized, is
Is it full?
it's 38% full.
Well, that's not bad. Isn't it unlimited now?
1.1 gigabytes.
Oh no, they've
It's not
capped
unlimited.
it. They just keep rolling
keep rolling it up. I think it's up to like 2.8,
Yeah.
6.7 or whatever. But anyway, this is super cool because
This
there
is
are
cool.
times when like somebody wants like a really high res image. You know what I mean? You don't really want
It's
it to
like
be,
15 megs.
Yeah, it's like 15 megs, and you're like, and
You're like, how am I gonna send it? Yeah. Then you try and zip it,
and it's only zips. It's like now it's 14 megs. And you're like, fuck.
Okay. Then you try and send it, and it's like attempting direct connection, and you're just like, okay, come on, did you accept? And they're like, yeah, I accepted. Nothing's happening. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I just did.
That was all the time.
There needs to be one good, well, whatever.
Yes.
Anyway, so I'm very excited about that just because then I don't need to worry about it. But I will only be sending emails to people with Gmail accounts.
Yep.
Dude, and I signed up for the Google business thing. You were talking
it's
about.
awesome.
Remember with Alec, my email address,
Yeah.
and then also fans@totallyradshow.com.
Yeah.
I've literally set up every single domain that I account
Dude,
that I
it's
have
awesome.
in that
Yeah.
Google thing.
If you have a domain and you have multiple people that want email accounts at that domain.
Yeah. 100 email accounts for free.
Yeah. Go to it's google.com/app or something like that, or I don't remember what it is.
google.com/a.
A. Yeah.
And then basically you just go to like google.com/a/whatever, and you can log in. You can actually have like a local calendar for your company or whatever the business is, so you can have
Right.
people get started. And
It's awesome. This is what I use for my
Yeah.
new little project.
dude, I love it. I love it. Literally every single like the Girls on Film show that Heather does. I moved all the stuff so they have
it's
like,
awesome.
fans at
If
girlsonfilmshow.com.
I ever like, it's great for new companies, like you said, when you set up
and
like
it's so
a new
cheap.
little.
It's free.
It's so cheap. It's so cheap. It's free.
It's like beyond cheap. It's freezy.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah,
So
it's
anyway,
good.
so thanks, bud. That's from me to you.
No problem. Next story: Trent Reznor. No wonder I'm quoting him. No wonder people.
Now I'm quoting Trent Reznor.
quoting. No wonder people steal music. 4,424 people dug this story submitted by Cunning Burglar.
You are one cunning burglar.
He says the Nine Inch Nails frontman blogs, and this is another quote. As the climate grows more and more desperate from record labels, their answer to the most self-inflicted wounds seems to be to screw the consumer over even more. A couple examples that quickly come to mind, and then he goes on. This was an awesome blog post. So, for people that don't know who Trent Reznor is and like who the hell is that, he's the lead singer, frontman for Nine Inch Nails.
He's like
very
he
popular
is Nine Inch
alternative, awesome band that I've been a fan for quite some time, since high school, since like '92,
Yeah.
something like that. But was Pretty Hate Machine out in '92? When was that released? I don't even remember when it was first. Anyway, so he's one of the first people to really speak out and be cool and kind of really understands his audience. It's crazy. So here's what he's done. For his new album, he put it on his website in its entirety. Entirety. I'm drinking. Entirety
Okay.
on the website. You can listen to all of the different tracks.
Maybe it is a tree.
It is. It could be a tree. It could be a tire tree.
It could be an entire tree.
He has a tree made of tires.
Yeah.
So you can listen to all the tracks. Now you can't download the tracks. There's a couple tracks he has available online, but you can listen to them all the way through before you buy the album.
Yeah.
And not only that, he puts the tracks that he wants to give out for free onto the Pirate Bay.
Oh.
Can you believe that?
Good for
He's just like,
him, dude.
hey, use Pirate Bay, use BitTorrent, do whatever you want, trade them. And his whole theory is like, if you really like the music and you appreciate it, you'll come back and buy it.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about this blog post is he was traveling because he's on tour right now, and he was in Australia, and he went to one of the record stores while he was there.
Yeah.
And he saw that his new CD was on sale.
Yeah.
And it was $34 for the new CD in Australia, like
Yeah.
US dollars.
Right.
And he's like,
Huh.
what the fuck? Why is it so expensive?
Yeah.
So he calls up the record label and he's like, hey, what's going on? It's this crazy, it's $34. And they're like, their response was more or less, I'm not quoting
Paraphrasing.
it, but
This is
paraphrasing.
not quoting.
He said that the record label said something along the lines of, well, your most diehard fans are there, so we know we can charge more. And he's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And he's been doing so many cool things. He's been releasing the tracks in their individual instruments so that you can mix them on through GarageBand. So you can play
That's
with them
awesome.
and remix them, do whatever you want with them. I mean, just talk about someone that understands his audience is okay with giving away a lot of stuff and says, hey, if you really appreciate what I do, you'll know to go and buy the CD and support me.
Yeah.
People, his concerts sell out wherever he goes. People buy his music. The second I listened to the album online, I went to iTunes, I bought the album because like, dude, this is someone I can get behind that understands that what I want.
Yeah.
And it's just like someone doing the right thing. It feels so good to finally, you know, have a voice there. And he's a huge voice, obviously.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Well, it's good that it's also a big name guy. I mean, it's not, you know, some grungy garage band doing it for publicity. It's like, no, I make enough money doing this. I just think that you guys are getting screwed.
Right, totally. I mean, so go check out the article, you know, and there was a lot of really great comments supporting him on this as well.
Yeah.
Definitely, I mean, more artists should be like this.
Yeah.
It's funny, there was another blog post about 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
And about, or not 9 Inch Nails, but about Metallica. About how forever we'll always remember.
That they were the guys that really slammed everybody for piracy to the point of
they're the
screw
ones,
you fans.
They're the ones that took the RIAA bullet points and like would go to press conferences and be like, we think this is wrong. And it's like,
the RIAA are the lovers in this world.
They're multi-millionaires.
I know.
And they're sitting there saying like,
Lars,
we're getting
the
screwed.
drummer,
Lars,
was the guy who like really was like, I hate people. Don't take my 2 cents, you cocksuckers.
It really tarnished like their whole image, you know? It felt
really
bad
did.
because here was a band that you thought was like, you know, anti-establishment, anti-man for the longest time.
They were the man.
And they wanted more money.
Yeah,
so.
that's poop in a stick. And that's not
Which nobody
fun.
wants that.
Nobody wants a poop in a stick. Why would you? What,
Some
like,
people.
Popsicle maybe, but poop in the stick.
There's fetish people that might want that, but only a few.
Not even them.
Yeah.
All right, 40 albums that deserved Rolling Stone's 5 stars. 986 people dug the story submitted by Stanners. In celebration of Rolling Stone's 40th anniversary, here are 40 albums they got wrong. Each and every one of these gems deserves their greatest praise, 5 stars. So this was interesting. You took a look at this list and you wanted to chat about it.
Well, the thing is, we never talked about, we haven't really talked about our music likes or dislikes. We mention it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But this is a list of,
Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young's Deja Vu? What?
You don't think that's a...
No, it should have been 5 stars.
No.
It's really true.
You should, I think...
Odelay?
I know, it didn't get 5 stars. So let's go and just pick out like 3 albums that you like, 3 albums that I like, and we'll go through the list and say whether or not you think it should have been 5 stars or not. Cool?
Are we not, man? Jesus.
So
I will say, definitely Odelay. Right?
But first of all, number 1 they rated was Radiohead. Never got 5 stars, which is just freaking terrible.
That is stupid. I love
There's so many good albums there. The Bends, OK Computer, Kid A. Never got the 5-star rating, but should have been there.
OK Computer, jeez. I'm a big Wilco. That's kind of interesting. Pearl Jam's didn't.
Pearl Jam 10
Dude,
got a 4.
That's funny.
I'm not a huge Pearl Jam fan, but
That was one of my favorite albums ever. I'm gonna definitely say Beck's Odelay.
yes.
But then
great
I
album.
saw Echo and the Bunnymen songs to learn and sing.
I'm not a huge fan, but I like that one track that you played for me.
Yeah.
The Flaming Lips.
I was never a big Flaming Lips person.
Flaming Lips.
But see, maybe this is why. You know what I mean? Like I see.
They've got a couple of people that are like,
like,
I don't think so."
and then everybody else is like, yo.
Go pick up Flaming Lips. Yoshimi Battle the Pink Robots is freaking awesome. Wu-Tang, Enter the Wu-Tang is an awesome album.
Yeah.
It only got 4 stars. Didn't get 5.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what other ones here.
Replacements? Oh, that's cool.
White Stripes, Get Behind Me Satan was an awesome album. Let's see, what else is there on there? Notorious B.I.G. Ready to Die. That was a pretty good album.
Whoop.
I love how they have, you can preview all the different tracks. It's kinda
Yeah, I
cool.
like that. It's actually really cool.
Elliott Smith, that awesome album. Either Or.
Yeah.
Did you hear about what happened to him?
Dude, Nirvana Unplugged? Are you kidding me?
Do you know about Elliott Smith?
Which one is that?
He
Is
stabbed
the-
himself in the heart.
Ugh.
That's how he killed himself. Yeah, it's really kind of downer music. So
Was
when
he
you
the
listen
guy
to it,
that
don't,
like was like 25 or whatever? And
Yeah.
was like really good and then killed himself.
He's really good, and then he's just like, I don't like my world, and then stabbed himself. Oh, there goes Kitty.
Stabbed himself in the heart.
Yeah,
That's not a good way
that's
to go.
not a good way to go. Oh, Arcade Fire Funeral, awesome album.
Dude, The Strokes? Like, what is this? Black Flag? Dire Straits? This is like...
Well, these are a lot that got
Anyway.
like 4.5 or 5 stars. Anyway, good list. Go check it out. A lot of good albums in here.
Yeah, most deaf, as it were.
Yes.
Well, that's it. That's it. Shall we go on to sponsors?
Let's do it.
GoDaddy.com. Get your .com names for just $1.99 with any non-domain purchase. Plus, as a special Diggnation viewer, enter code DIG2 at checkout and save $5 off your order of $30 or more. Get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com.
I have been using GoDaddy a lot lately. No, I have. I said I have. I didn't say I haven't. Did you say I said I haven't?
No, I was just like, oh, okay.
No, you know what they're really good for is like I want just like a splash screen for certain websites, like just kind of placeholder stuff for like $1.99 a month. You can get their like cheapest hosting.
Yeah.
And I use that for just like splash screen type stuff because you don't want to pay like there's a lot of other hosts out there that are like $10, $20, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's cheap there. And then what else do I use it for? Oh, domain auctions. They have a great like
their
section for domain aftermarket stuff.
I gotta try that out. I put one thing in there, but nobody bought it, so or I don't know what happened.
What were you trying to sell?
I can't remember.
How many domains do you have?
Like 15.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I got to look at your list sometime.
That's a good list.
Mostly
they're just shows that I either have done or am doing. Oh, that reminds me, I need to do a couple more.
I have like 12.
Anyway, so yeah, GoDaddy, Raka.
Yes, thank you, GoDaddy. And introducing, and this is pretty cool because we have these phones right here. Yes. Real TV on your phone, the Vcast mobile TV, exclusively from Verizon Wireless.
They sent us these to try out.
Right.
These are super cool phones, by the by. LG makes them. Oh, yes.
You have one.
I do have one. It's in my bag. The service is available in LA. I don't know if it's available in San Fran yet, Prager.
I don't think yet. Not in San Francisco yet.
It's super cool. It's live streaming television to your phone.
Now, granted, I have to say, I have seen live streaming television on a mobile phone about a year and a half ago. I saw it by some other provider, and it was crap.
This is really good.
The
I watched
interface on this.
CSI. I watched ESPN. What's the other thing? So that the other people can see it.
There's
even
Fox.
Though you're playing with that.
Well, here, I'm going to go back to the main menu. I'm going to go back to the menu. Yeah, we'll get an insert in there. But the nice thing I like is the directory, because they have a lot of the...
The guide's really great. They have like MSNBC, they have like a news channel, Fox channel, sports channel, comedy. ESPN, MTV, Nickelodeon. So it's actually really, really cool. And when the service kicks in, it's gold. Like the streaming quality is amazing. I mean, it really does look like you're just watching full-on streaming TV. I was watching CSI. It's really cool.
The cool thing I like about this, though, that is different than other services that I've seen, is like, with other services, like you have to go to a certain URL, and you're like, I'm trying to connect a WAP, and
no.
this is like it has a button for TV.
Right.
You push it, and it brings up a guide like you would see on like your not your TiVo kind of, but kind of like you would see on your cable box. Where you get a timeline of when shows are coming on. You go down to CBS, Fox, NBC, whatever you want. Hit OK, and then boom, it starts streaming it right to your phone. And the aspect ratio on this is pretty cool because this particular phone, you can turn sideways and then just view it right there.
And the really crazy thing is when you're using the phone, first off, it's super easy because you just go like this. Boop. I don't know if you saw that because it was really quick. And I'm left-handed.
Bam.
But anyway, and it's actually kind of cool when I was trying to dial, even though there's no service on it, so I tried it once and then I was like, I can't dial. But the other thing is if you flip it back while you're watching TV, it just puts more information about the show at the bottom, keeps the aspect ratio.
Question for you.
Cool. Answer. 4.
Because we don't have access here in San Francisco yet. It says no buffering, no streaming. Did it start like right away when you?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
So
you literally just hit it and it starts.
It really sounds like we're doing a commercial. Like when I hear us talk, I'm like, it sounds like we're doing like. Well, I know it's an. I know it's a sponsor, but it's like we weren't told to say any of this stuff.
Yeah, no.
They give us a little bit of copy to read, and honestly, God, like this is just our personal experience with playing with this stuff.
I had that in my pocket. Like I'd be driving around, and I hate to say this, but I'd literally be driving around in my car and be like, "Ooh, what's on the MSNBC?" Whoa.
I see this could be good for like the gym or something like that. If you wanted to like catch a game while you have to head out.
Dude, or if you're like waiting for a meeting and you want to catch the score real quick and you hop on.
This is cool because I was thinking about getting Sirius radio.
Yeah.
Because I like to be able to like if like a Packers game is on or something's going on and I leave the house.
Yeah.
I want to be able to get it in my car. But if I had this, I could just like tune into Fox or whatever it may be on, and then boom, I'd be able to see the game.
Telling you, dude, it was fun.
All right. Anyway.
All right. Thank you, Verizon.
Thank you.
Real TV now, Vcast mobile TV.
CashFly. We've got to plug CashFly. Almost everyone who watches us gets this from CashFly. So CashFly has large pipes. They're known for their pipes. They have very big ones, and they lay them down and deliver content directly to your house.
That's correct.
So if you are getting Diggnation and watching us right now,
via some sort of pipe,
the CashFly pipe has come to your house.
Yes. So you can also sign up with them and get a free month if you head over to cashfly.com.
That's right.
All right, emails. So this first email, we're going to do a t-shirt, but we kind of switch it up. New beerfordiggnation.com design. This is from Ryan
God.
Orr. Hey, Kevin and Alex, my girlfriend and I were just finished watching the latest episode where you unveiled beerfordiggnation.com. We checked out the page and were fairly underwhelmed as web developers by profession. I love that somebody took did this.
Oh no, thank God they did this.
So we decided to contribute back to the show for all the great entertainment you've provided. My girlfriend, Juliana, created the awesome design and I wrote the code. Please accept it as our gift. They literally sent us a frame grab of what the site looks like, and then in the zip, the entire code for the site. And we're going to start
awesome.
using it
So,
as our site.
I should say how the existing site came to be.
Yeah.
It was Photoshop and someone I know, myself, not me.
Not me, but
No,
someone like Kevin
like
Rose,
me.
maybe
No,
Kay
honestly,
Rose.
I suck at graphic design. What I'm good at.
But dude, this is awesome.
No, it's a
These
great
guys
new
did
site.
A great
and we're going to
job.
replace it, and thank you very much for that. It is awesome.
Yes, yes, and yes, and
Yes.
yes.
So,
And speaking of beer for Diggnation, Kevin,
Yes.
do you have anything for us to mention?
we wanted to cheers Joe Evans, Tracy Clark, and Andrew Glover for buying us beers this week.
Thank you kindly.
All donations go towards beer for us to drink and consume, and also for beers when we do a live Diggnation. We're going to buy a round of beers for everyone that it comes out, which could be like 500 people, and we'll have fun. If we get enough cash, which we have a few people donating, so we'll keep doing that. Beerfordiggnation.com. Thank you.
So thank you very much, guys.
Cheers.
Next email, this is an interesting one. Question about episode 98. This is from James Broadman. Hey, Alex and Kevin. When you guys were filming episode 98, were you using a black t-shirt on the floor to handle the reflection from Alex's new laptop?
Fair
At
question.
first, I was wondering if it was picking up somebody's reflection, but I thought it might be a clever way to avoid blinding all the viewers, James. Have you ever tried new Belgian line of beer, Fat Tire, tasting amber ear? I loved it. It's indicated by
Amber ear.
amber
You
ale.
started
I did. There's a lot of mumbling. Yes, as you can tell, there is a giant reflection off this bad boy, but you know why? Because it's so shiny, hot, and awesome.
Oh shit.
That's why it
Don't do
is.
that.
It's so shiny, so it's gonna reflect.
Is it-
We did use a T-shirt. We used a black
We
T-shirt
might have
last
to put
time.
a black drop down if it's really annoying. If you, well, we shouldn't say we
No,
really hate it
no,
because
no,
they'll
no.
email. "I hate
Everybody's
it."
like, I hate it. You hate it. I hate it. Pizza.
Is it really that bad?
No, I don't think it's that bad. It just is the wood floor, but we put a shirt down, and now we're just like, whatever, we're gonna own it.
That's
So
right.
thanks, James. It was a shirt. Good pickup.
Yes.
Well, boys and girls, I believe that's it for this edition of Diggnation.
That's
I'm
it.
Alex Albrecht.
And I'm Kevin Rose. Thank you for watching. And let's
Let's go out
cheers, Budweiser.
drinking.